Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the Baltic campaign. So last time, when we left off, we were assigned to destroy a Russian helicopter company that had set up near the city of Riga, and it's presumed that they were trying to evacuate their forward forces while conducting lightning strikes behind our lines in order to slow us down, but we pretty much wiped out the whole company and their base with a couple of cluster bombs, so Estonia should be just about liberated. I think the Baltics are just about liberated. So at this point, it's time to slam the door on the Russians' ass, I think. Final fight, Riga Air Base. Date, September 20th. Local time, 1100 hours. Weather, clear. Situation, Red Army is making a strategic withdrawal from the theater. However, as of yet, no ceasefire has been declared. Until an end to the hostilities has been announced, all enemy combat aircraft are to be actively engaged. Mission objective, enemy air defenses are currently our biggest threat in the theater. Your mission is to suppress enemy SAMs and AAA near the front. Threat suppression data, ground opposition unknown, air opposition unknown. Electronic intelligence support aircraft, none. So we are flying as the Germans once again as we had started the campaign. And we are going to be conducting the seed mission. And it looks like we'll be with some two groups of American F-22s. There's more German Eurofighters operating out of Riga, as well as American A-10s, French Rafales, and Mirage 2000s. So, oh wow, and there's a bunch of Lithuanian F-15Cs above us, Belgian F-16As below us. This is just like a full-on assault here, so. And they even got the Clemenceau in theater providing air support, so we will take the Eurofighter, of course. And let's see what we want to take. Pod would be nice. Probably got this problem. Okay. Well, with the can bump that up to the 700-pound cluster bombs. I'm going to try this and see how it works out. I'm not overly confident, but ooh, you're starting to run pretty low on AMRAAMs there, so good thing it seems like this campaign is coming to an end. I'm not overly confident, because if we come up against Su-35s, we're fucked, but I'm hoping the F-22s, F-15s, and Rafales can all kind of blunt any sort of aerial threat, so that way we can focus on the ground threats. With that, let's jump into the... Oh, don't wanna go just yet. There we go. So it looks like we're actually starting... I thought we were gonna start... see... I don't know if he's supposed to be hostile or... Oh no, he's friendly. Okay. He's a recon drone, it looks like. And we can get a supplemental ground link there. So we're gonna take advantage of that. And our wingmen should be right behind us. The F-22s should already be in the air, I think. So we're just gonna kind of head over to the Wild Weasels. It looks like we do have hostile radar contacts. It looks like there's bombers or transports potentially to the north of us. Looks like more aircraft to the south. Hard to tell what they are just yet. We'll turn on our radar for a few pulses. And we'll head a little more. Oh, we're almost at that checkpoint. We're actually almost at our objective, so we might be able to get in and out before air cover becomes an issue. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So we're going to make a quick dash to our Wild Weasel start. It looks like we're trying to clear this front line here of all of the enemy Wild Weasels, or all the enemy anti-aircraft stuff. So the AAA, the SAMs, and it looks like some of the SAMs are starting to lock onto us. We're starting to pick them up on our infrared here. Okay, so this is about scaled with our, and it's about half of our radar range, but honestly, this is probably going to be good enough for us. Alright, so let's turn on air-ground radar just for a little bit. Ooh, that drone is paying off.
Attack SAM.
Yeah, when we turn on our radar, he is just lighting everything up for us, which is real nice. We aren't actually all that far from our base here. Alright, well, let's start with him. Booyah! I suppose if we have him taking out SAMs, we should take AAA, which is honestly the best thing we can do, since our wingmen typically fare. I mean, every aircraft fares bad if they're trying to fly straight into some AAA, but the AI especially so, I believe. Just do a quick pulse here. Alright. So this is my wingman's target, technically. We are getting a radar lock on us now, so we're going to throw on jammers. M48. Okay, that's ours. But we're actually...
Disengage.
We have air cover for this. I don't know who's trying to... And our wingman's been doing pretty well, I think. But we have air cover for this. So let's let our air cover take care of this. Okay, there's our wingman. Expert. There's Riga. M2 Bradley. Oh. A-10s. Looks like F-16s are out front, so they should be taking the first shots now at the enemy forces, I believe. There we go, we see missiles have gone active. With that, we'll, okay, so these are, we got a MiG-29 and a Su-27. Okay, so he's over here. Well, yep, he might try to think about engaging those Belgians, so I want to give him something to think about. And it looks like our missile is closing in. Oh yeah! Alright. With that threat gone for now, we do still have... Okay, we do have Su-35s active, but again, we're going to try to... We want to let our other forces take care of that, since that's why they're a part of this raid, I presume. M48s, these are, the Chaparrals. Okay, so, yep, this is a quad-mount Sidewinder. Alright, what we got here? Su-35. We will do what we can to help out at this point. Since they aren't focused on us, let's put missiles into all three of them. Alright, so the oh, it's the F-15s, okay. These guys don't seem to be as amused by my self-defense attempt here. Oh, we got one, though. And we got a good hit on another. Oh, that's ground fire. I think it's just ground fire. Come on. Oh. Alright, he's been distracted by someone else now. And he's out of here. Ow. We took a big hit from that, though. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can finish the mission here.
Proceed to waypoint Charlie, bearing 355.
Let's see.
Angel 5.
Here we go. I think this might even have been the guy shooting at us. So let's show him what's what. Our wingman apparently has run out of SAM sites, so he's moved on from AAA. Oh, fuck. There we go. Looks like that's the mission, but because we're some pretty swell guys, we're just gonna drop our, these are friendly, I think these are enemy, yeah. Doesn't look like there's any strong content. Looks like the A-10s might have taken out most of the enemy armor already, honestly. Someone's ejecting.
Attack bandit.
I don't think he's really done anything, as far as attacking bandits go, so we'll let him do that. Oh, that guy is just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. We got fuel left. We can at least drop one of these bombs. Alright, looks like we got some A-10s here going to town. They might be going after our targets. Oh. Going after that guy, I guess. These targets might be a bit beyond their expected range, but... Alright, almost there. And unfortunately, this probably won't be as big a show as if I had used the cluster bombs from the beginning, but... Oh well. I was expecting a lot more opposition, to be honest. And I was expecting a lot more ground forces. Well, let's see how, since it doesn't really matter, let's just see how close we get. We'll set ourselves up on a landing approach. Should be fine. Oh, I wasn't off by far. If we had waited another, like, 10 seconds, we probably would have seen the Pipper. As far as this guy goes... we missed him too. Okay, well that's why we typically dive bomb, so...
Disengage.
Alright, so our wingman has disengaged. Jammers are off because there's no need for them.
Echo, bearing 279.
Turn our radar off even, because there's no need for that either. And now it's just a matter of returning home. Which, as we can see, is right there. Oh, there are even some tornadoes on the map. Riga's gonna be so packed when we get back, and I am there for it.
We're almost home. Inbound to waypoint Alpha, bearing 44. Maintain Angel 5.
Where's it coming from? Oh, there he is. Okay, I heard a jet, and I'm like, where is it? That's not my wingman. I don't want to, you know, ruin this perfect mission by crashing into something, you know? But, let's take our turn. Wait for landing clearance here. Not too long though.
Clear to land.
There we go. There's our landing clearance that we so desperately desire. Try to bring our airspeed back down. And a good landing approach here. Yep, okay, so.
Wind at 7 knots.
Come on. That should do it. You know, if I didn't let the throttle ride for a little too long there. And touchdown. Alright, so let us taxi to a nice little parking spot. We'll just follow this tornado out. No. Where are you? No. Okay. You stay on the grass, mister. Are we still at 20? We are at 30. That's acceptable. That's right, you turn around. I am not willing to deal with your vehicle hitbox bullshit today. Alright, looks like that tornado we followed is going to his parking space, so let's find ours. I want to take one of these hardened aircraft shelters as my own. And it looks like there's another field truck there, but he seems to be static, which is fine by me. Our wingman should be, okay, he's in the pattern. Kind of interesting the way the textures work. I guess this is supposed to be the the landing gear, but it looks like some of the aircraft that have those like little stakes or winglets that come out of the bottom side of their aft. There we go. So at this point, we're just waiting for everyone to come on back, which we can check our map to see if anyone else is coming back. At the moment, it looks like no. We'll wait for these aircraft to make a pass, see if they come back. They disappeared. Yeah, there's a lot patrolling there that I imagine aren't coming back. Oh, we do have A-10s on landing approach, so I think we will wait for them at least. In the meantime, oh, we have a Tiger here. Hard to make out there. Is that 2 Tigers? Yep, it looks like we have 2 Tigers. I unfortunately am not familiar with that round though off the top of my head, but if I had to guess, I'd say... Oh, okay, they ran out of fuel. Looks like the mission designers here made the same mistake I did when I did that F-14 tribute video. My wingman here again. Do some Mirages. They should be coming back to our base, I would imagine, since the Mirage 2000s are not carrier capable. Our wingman is in the landing pattern. Give them one more go at actually landing. I hear something. I don't see something. Okay, there we go. There's the A-10 starting to land. Wingman is in the pattern. They might just be set to patrol infinitely. I know. I think that's an option where once they get to a certain waypoint, you can create a loop between 2 waypoints, or which then you can make them use to repeat a segment of multiple waypoints. So I think that's kind of what they have there. I do not believe the game gives you an option for breaking out of that loop once it's set though, and it's mostly used to control AI behavior. Predominantly, I think, for missions like, you know, the stealth bomber missions where you gotta go in. They use that to keep them in the air without having to place, you know, 10 billion waypoints. Because they don't want them to run it just once or twice, because oftentimes, as the stealth bomber, you can just wait that out and wait for them to crash out of fuel. So, okay, our wingman is taking off again, unfortunately, because he's a dunce. Oh, wait, how come he doesn't blow up, but I do? Calling bullshit on this. But, I'm kind of curious to see where our wingman will park, and then I think we'll call it quits, because I don't think we're going to get any more aircraft landing here.
Inbound to waypoint Bravo, bearing 92. Climb to Angel 5.
Alright, he's coming around. Let's see. Did you just taxi through the building? Fucking madman. What is with this? Okay. We can get our fisheye view where we see all the pretty aircraft lined up. Unfortunately, they're too far away to really take a good screenshot with in this game. But yeah, I think this might be the final mission of the campaign, so let's head to the briefing.
In the face of an international act of aggression and an unprecedented display of military opportunism, the free nations of the world join hands. For your part in defending the eternal ideals of democracy and freedom, your country thanks you.
Is that just the same ending cutscene from the other ATF campaigns? Because at the very least, I think I remember that one from the Chinese campaign in Vladivostok. And if so, I'm very disappointed by that they couldn't even come up with a unique couple lines of voice or whatever. Even if, that's all they would have needed. I would have given them some credit, but goddamn. I guess they really called it in on this one. But anyways, debrief. Riga Airbase, date September 20th, mission final fight. Resolution success. Thanks in part to your valiant effort, the Baltic states have once again shaken off the chains of foreign oppression. So we destroyed all 8 targets, we took an arrow missile, so we took 62% damage. Our wingmen fortunately made it out with no damage. We have 2 fighter kills to our credit. I think we got, what, a flanker B and a flanker... What would it be? A flanker D or flanker E, where the Su-35 is? I think... I'm gonna say flanker F is Su-37, but don't quote me on that. Our wingman had 2 SAMs, I think they were SA-9s. We had, and he also had 1 AAA, which I saw was a ZSU-23. We had 3 AAAs, which I believe consisted of 2 ZSU-23s and 1 ZSU-57. 3 of our 4 AMRAAMs hit, actually, so that's kind of cool. 1 failed. And I think that may have been to the target being blown up before our AMRAAM got to it by someone else's missile. All of our air-to-ground, all of our Mavericks hit technically, although we did have 1 malfunction that landed off target and the warhead didn't explode properly, so it did not take out the ZSU-23 like I had hoped. Our wingman had all 3 hits, though. All 3 hit, though, looks like, for basically the same damage that I dealt. And then our bombs, it looks like our bombs technically did hit. They just didn't destroy either of those vehicles we were aiming at. As far as enemy hit percentages go, we had 5 air-to-air missile launches on us, of which 1 hit. 1 was jammed and the rest were spoofed. I think the one that was jammed was that, actually the one before the one that hit us, that very nearly hit us. And then it looks like I was correct in that the gunfire we saw was some AAA that was trying to gun us down, but we managed to evade that. So, it's been a long campaign. It's been a long time, really. This is my first time beating this campaign, because like I said earlier in the campaign, Warthog Charge was as far as I made it in this game. And I just couldn't get a strategy down for beating it, but I finally did this time. So really, I guess I've beaten the game, more or less. We're going to go through, of course, all the single missions here, and then we'll bust out some quick missions with the obligatory little history on the aircraft. But first off, we'll just do the I think we'll do the Baltic quick missions, of which, let's see how many there actually are. Here we go. Looks like 8 of them? No. There's 3. There's 3 missions for the Baltics. Wow, they really phoned in this expansion. But yeah, then we'll just go, after that, I'll do the quick missions, to showcase all the aircraft and do little histories on them, at least for the ones I haven't done previously. And then, we'll just do the rest of these single missions in order, and then depending on what's in these single missions, I might do 1 or 2 more quick missions, because I do know there's some very old aircraft they added that, at the very least, are never featured in the campaign. Really? Okay. I could have sworn an F-86 was on the list, but I guess not, because if you go into the create pro mission, one of the things you can do is maybe I'm imagining it, maybe I'm crazy, but here it is. Era. They have 1956 to 1972, 1956 to 1982. Sorry, 1956 to 1976, 1956 to 1982, 1956 to 1996, or 1956 to the future. So if we go there, I don't know if that affects the objects we can place. It seems to, actually. F-22 is not on there. Yeah, for some reason I thought I saw an F-86, but ooh, they do have the F-105, but it's not player controllable. I do know there are other games we'll get to eventually, because of course after this, so here's the long-term roadmap is, I've already, and like I said 30 seconds ago, you know, first we're going to do Baltic single missions. That won't take too long, only 3 of them. Then we'll do quick missions on any aircraft that we saw in the Baltic campaign that I have not covered in a previous campaign's quick missions. Then we will do all the single missions in order. And then, after that, we'll do, you know, maybe 1 or 2 quick missions to touch on any aircraft that we have not managed to touch on to that point. And then what I'm going to do is take a gander through this reference tab here. It's going to be old and outdated, but it is definitely something worth taking a look, as you don't see something like that included in games much anymore, with the exception of something like Shimano or I suppose Armored Brigade, but I haven't really played much Armored Brigade, which is for those who aren't in the know but who know what Shimano is, or Man Modern Operations as it is now. It's basically like the counterpart to that, but on land, with an exclusive focus on land. But yeah, this reference is cool, but it takes the it takes the other CD. Maybe if I can convince a friend, I might try to demonstrate some of the multiplayer. I would love to take a gander through the files, because I would. To me, these screens behind here look pretty cool, and they've got to be stored somewhere, right? And I don't know, maybe if I get enough of them, I can extract them all and make a little YouTube slideshow out of them. You know, like the menu screens and all that. Like, this looks like it's hard to tell. But it looks like we're looking up at, like, the antennas on a carrier's island or something. Whereas, you know, this screen looks like just a generic control board in, like, a destroyer or something. Same here. But then, of course, you know, all these screens are cool. All these screens are cool. And even though they're going to be pretty low res, I would like to see them in their entirety, so. Another thing I want to do, too, is get all the music together, so I might get copies of the individual game set this is made up of. Which is Jane's USNF 97 and Jane's ATF. Because each of those games had different soundtracks, and that's another. I think this might have incorporated some music from ATF, but, you know, I go and I see Damson, you know, who does, like, the actual, like, DOS or Win90 or Windows 3.1 versions of these games, and the soundtrack is very different, so I'd like to be able to relive all that, because, again, I grew up with USNF 97, not Fighters Anthology. I only got Fighters Anthology around high school, I think. But, maybe college. No, it was definitely high school, but yeah, it's been fun, and I've just enjoyed the ability to, you know, go through this game piece by piece, kind of learn what makes it tick under the hood by spending so much time with it. I almost wish I had this set to launch from Steam or something just to see how many hours I've had in it, but I could probably just look at the YouTube playlist analyzer, see how many hours that is, and get a rough estimate. But in any case, that concludes the Baltic campaign, and that concludes our time for today. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.